Monty, you've been spending your time between the Victory game and this City one in Melbourne. How's it been for the team not having that sort of back and forth?
Yeah, obviously travelling to Melbourne is we had the travel here. Unfortunately, we conceded the goal in the last minute of injury time against Victory, so that was disappointing. But it's given us a bit of an opportunity to sort of debrief here, obviously recover and go through, the review of the game, as well as starting to prepare against Melbourne City tomorrow night. So yeah, it's been good for the boys to be together and a lot bit of time together, which we've not had because we've not had many away trips up until now. So yeah, it's been a good opportunity for the boys to really bond.
You mentioned reviewing the game, that last goal against Victory. I know on the night you said it wasn't necessarily a lapse in concentration, but do you think you managed to pinpoint something with these late goals after getting a couple of days to really sort of get into the nitty gritty a bit?
Yeah, look, I think, you go back on the three games and, it's a world-class goal from Craig Noone. The Perth goal last minute was obviously a bit of a hammer blow. For me, it was a foul on Kai Rolls. Leading up to it, it wasn't given. Twice in two home games in a row, we coughed up 4 points, which was tough for us to take. But I thought the performance against Victory was very good. At times we had a lot more possession. Opportunities were limited both ways, and that's down to both teams sort of defending resolute. And to be honest, they looked to catch us on a counter attack a couple of times. To concede that goal, you can break down every goal from where it starts till it finishes, and there wasn't much we did wrong. It was just a little bit of moment of quality from Economidis getting to the byline and a fantastic left foot cross. And obviously, as it comes to the back post, we spoke to the defenders. At times, space never scores a goal, and I think we're just a little bit loose on Valupale that came in on the back post. But look, it's a good header from him. You can always look back and say it could have been tight. He could have had some body contact. So look, it's the young boys will learn. Farrell will learn. They're both, they're all young kids anyway. So yeah, but disappointing, but another good learning curve. And yeah, it's something that we're not going to dwell on. Obviously, we got another big game tomorrow night against Melbourne City.
Well, speaking of that, how have the boys responded? One, have they pulled up physically, but also you mentioned they were pretty hurt, disappointed after that match. They pulled up well physically. Is everyone available? And mentally, I guess, as well after.
Yeah, everybody's available. Everybody's pulled up well. We obviously got the physio here. We trained this morning. It was a good session to get out of the hotel and do a session this morning. This afternoon, they'll have some time and recover before we sort of go through some match prep tonight. So everybody's fit and available. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround, so it's times like this where you need to look at the squad and possibly rotate a couple of players. Now we've got another travel to Adelaide and a game in a couple of days, so and that's between myself and the coaching staff to decide on a starting lineup. But I'll always put a starting lineup which I feel can go out and win the game. So look, we'll go into the Melbourne City game prepared and looking to go there and get some points.
It's not been too long since you played them last. You hosted them. It'll be almost a month ago. What can you take out of that? And I guess also, what do you make of City generally, who have hit a bit of form?
Look, they're the form team. They're the form team in the comp. They're the benchmark team in the competition. For me, they're the best team in the competition. Probably the strongest squad. They've got some top players, especially in that final third, and off the bench as well. They've got quality. So look, that's what you expect from a club like Melbourne City. And I think we played them at home. That was after we'd had a bit of a COVID spell, and I think there's 5 or 6 changes we had to make that day, and we played the game. Albeit we probably could have looked to cancel it, but I thought we needed that game leading into the semi-final against Sydney, the FFA Cup. So it was an opportunity for some boys to play on the day. Again, didn't think there was much in the game. A couple of mistakes defensively from us, and if you give Melbourne City chances, they've got some real clinical finishes in that final third. So look, we're aware of them. We know they're a quality team, and we know they're aggressive and they've got a strong squad. But like I said, we go into every game full of confidence and looking forward to getting a result. So that'll stay the same.
Just last one for me before I hand over. Just in terms of, do you look at rotations with the tight turnaround? You said everyone seems to have pulled up well. Can these young boys, most of them, back up and go again? And some of the older ones.
The young boys, yeah, the young boys are super fit. So look, like I said, we have got probably the strongest squad we've had all season in terms of players on the bench. So yeah, definitely look to possibly make a couple of changes because like we have got the short turnaround plus the travel to Adelaide. So it's about balancing the team out and making sure that we're going strong in every game. Not only that, we have impact off the bench. So it's important to make decisions that looking at the game prior to the game and how people can come off the bench and affect it as well. So that'll be a decision that I've sort of made now, but I'll confirm that tomorrow. And I'll look to work on a few things tomorrow, and as opposed to how we're going to play against Melbourne City. So yeah, always a tough decision, but tight turnaround, and yeah, we have to make a couple of decisions on a few boys. So we'll see.
Sorry, and just confirming, you're planning now. I think we've said it before on. Get this game out the way in Melbourne and then head straight to Adelaide ahead of that game on Saturday. That's the plan now. Just down the road. Yeah,
so I think originally, we'd look to move the game a couple of days later, but because there's a special Pride weekend and game this weekend, that's obviously can't happen. So yeah, we're just looking at the logistics now, and we'll probably make a decision on that today. So yeah, I'm probably confident that we will fly straight from here to Adelaide, and prepare as well as we can for that game on Saturday.
All right, sorry, just on mute there. Hi there, Monty. So those are all very good questions, but I thought I might just add, I mean, it's difficult to move down to Melbourne and perform well against the Melbourne teams. Do you feel that the venue at Amy Park is going to come into the game plan at all for you, dealing with the crowd and dealing with the change of environment?
Oh, look, it's always tough coming to Melbourne. You're talking Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory, and obviously Western United as well. So that's three good teams, and that play at Amy Park. It's not been that happy for us the last couple of games, but it's a fantastic stadium. It's good to have a good atmosphere. But look, you're always going to get home advantage, and that's the whole point of having a home stadium where your fans are there and when they get behind the team and behind the referee and every decision, which you do get at Amy Park, that's obviously a strength for the home teams that are playing there. But look, we don't fear playing anybody. We're happy to go anywhere and play. And I think we performed really well against Melbourne Victory a couple of nights ago, and just unfortunate, last minute goal conceded. But other than that, looking back on the game, we had a lot of positive moments. And yeah, look, we probably have to be better in that final third, creating more chances, and that's something that we spoke about and we worked on today.